Welcome, everyone, to Lingerie Lowdown, the podcast. I'm Jim Williams, your host, and we are going to, over the coming weeks, months, and hopefully years, educate, enlighten, and entertain you as we do a deep dive every 2 weeks in the multi-billion-dollar world of the fastest-growing areas in fashion, and we're talking, of course, about lingerie. Now, the Lingerie Lowdown, the website, and by the way, our YouTube channel has just broke through the 250,000 subscriber mark, so if you haven't popped over there, by all means do that. We introduce you to men and women who review thousands of different items from the world of lingerie and beyond. Now, on the podcast, we are going to allow you to get to know these presenters who come from all corners of the globe. They're a very diverse group. They are models who represent all body types and give honest reviews of every possible item that they take a look at. Now, we're also going to give you some opportunity to meet some of the industry insiders who represent some of the top fashion houses in all of lingerie and, again, beyond. Plus, we're going to introduce you to some of the cutting-edge designers and smaller brands that are making a name for themselves and on the cutting edge of the fashion industry. So, today, it is a great honor to introduce you to my guest. She's one of the most knowledgeable people in the fashion business. Her name is Rowan Fletcher. And Rowan, she is the founder, by the way, of Project Lingerie. She's going to talk to us about how she came up with an idea that I'm telling you right now, folks, every man should send her a thank you card, and every woman out there is glad that Rowan is this clever. Rowan, welcome. Talk about Project Lingerie.
Thanks, Jim. That's great. And thanks for having me. So since I was a very young girl, I always loved lingerie and, just every single thing about it. And my mum always told me to make sure you have nice underwear, et cetera, et cetera. And I moved to the UK when I was about 17, and I've lived over here ever since. And when I first arrived, I found this little independent lingerie boutique. And I thought, oh my goodness, I just have to see if they need any help or they need, if there's any job openings. And I worked with that owner for about 5 years, which was great because I got to see the sort of business side of having a lingerie boutique. And I realized that I actually really wanted to do this for myself. So I moved down to London and I worked for a few fancy, more upmarket boutiques. So I've worked in the industry for about 13 plus years before I finally started to go out on my own.
And once you did, obviously, is that where Project Lingerie started? I almost said Project Runway. Project Lingerie started.
Exactly, and I wanted to do something different, which is why I went with the subscription idea, right? Because it's kind of like a little sexy surprise in the post. It's that once a month sort of treat that people really look forward to.
It's funny. I think that a lot of women, men, I guess, are wired differently. Well, no, let me start that over again. Men are obviously wired differently, but women tend to not treat themselves, and I find that very interesting. That they don't pamper themselves. They don't treat themselves in general, obviously. So general statement.
Not enough women do it. Yeah.
But what your concept is, I think is just, it's such a wonderful little treat. And it's like you work hard and you go to work every day and you just, you try to do what's best. Why not have a little treat come once a month?
Exactly. So if you've been having a really hard week or you've had a really hard month, and then you come in one day and your box has arrived and it's waiting for you, I mean that just can kind of turn it around,
Right.
And that's the goal. That's what I'm trying to achieve. Yeah.
Now, when you put these boxes together, when they come, the person who gets the box, who's subscribed to the service, they have no clue what they're getting, right?
No. So that's what it's all about. Sexy surprises. Yeah. So I offer 3 different packages just to make it a little bit different. So I've got a knicker only package. So it's different sort of panties every month. I've got a lingerie, 2 lingerie packages. So one, you get, pieces of nightwear or like an all-in-one bodysuit or a bralette set. And then the ultimate package includes accessories, so suspender belt, stockings. It's a bit more femme fatale, quite a sexy box. So it just kind of covers all aspects, and you can treat yourself a little or you can treat yourself a lot. So it really just comes down to personal preference.
Now, I got to tell you something. You, Rowan, have become, you may not know this, all right, but you have become the savior of men around the world. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the woman who is going to save you. Okay.
Yeah.
Men, and I start with myself included, have never, ever quite figured out what to get your wife, your girlfriend, significant other. You go to a lingerie shop, you walk in, you talk to the young lady there who tries so hard to make sure that you do the right thing, only to find out that 2 days later, your wife is back in the store going, God love him, he tried, but here's what I really need.
Yes.
With Rowan, with your service, we can't screw up.
No, I know. It makes it easy, It takes the work out of it. And I mean, all you have to do is go on, load up the credit card, and that's it. It's as easy as that. It all comes wrapped and ready to give. So it's kind of like a no-brainer.
Well, I can honestly say for me, no-brainers are right up my alley. Anything that's a no-brainer, I'm all for it. Now, Rowan, how did you get involved with our buddies here at Lingerie Lowdown?
So I heard from Scott. I believe he reached out to me initially, and I thought, this is exciting. So for me, as a new business, I kind of thought, this is going to be great to get the word out, have some unboxing reviews, which would be absolutely phenomenal. So I have had 3 so far, and the plan is to get a few more out in the next few months, because I'm going to be adding some different products actually very soon, which will consist of swimwear and eventually activewear as well. So just something, a little different to make it a bit more unique. So kind of like the one subscription box for women where you get a bit of everything.
That's a wonderful idea. Brilliant idea. I've noticed in watching the presenters when they get the boxes, and these are professional models, okay?
Yes, that's right.
Are folks, those are people who, they try and close for every day. It's what they do. Yeah. And they're very professional about it. And I've noticed, because, over the time we've had an opportunity to have a number of the presenters on, and they're very genuine people. This is not, they don't act. It's,
they are.
And they're very generous people, from saying genuine people. And they actually are quite, you could tell they're excited about opening this box. I mean, this box they know is going to have something in it that they're going to, enjoy at least taking a look at.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I also love about them, is that they are so honest, and they're they're genuine people. But I love how diverse everybody is as well. I think that's really, really good. Seeing the products on as many different women as possible, I think is absolutely brilliant, and we should see it more.
Lingerie Lowdown will be back right after this word from BMW.
Life is about making decisions. At BMW I, we decided it was time to reinvent the car from the ground up. making sure we were open for truly innovative ideas. We decided that the car we wanted must be electric, and it should be made of extremely light and super strong carbon fiber. And finally, we decided to make it more intelligent and added our promise of incomparable driving pleasure. We made all these decisions to offer you a choice. The all-electric BMW i3.
Welcome back to Lingerie Lowdown. Well, one of the great things about Lingerie Lowdown and hopefully in the fashion industry as a whole is that we now realize that not everybody's a size 0.
Exactly.
And that there are people who will buy wonderful, well-made garments if you just make it in their size.
Exactly.
And I think one of the things you've done, Rowan, is quite handily in your via your website is you make it clear that, look, we're here for everybody. And, doesn't matter. We don't discriminate size. We don't discriminate what you may want, but it's all here for you. Just give us a chance.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's what I want. So the mission is to help as many women feel, I want them to feel sexy. I want them to feel comfortable and confident. That is the ultimate goal.
Okay. Now I'm going to enlist your help for a moment, if you will. Okay.
Mm.
Now, when we talk to the presenters on the podcast here, we always try to help them help the audience. And so we're going to ask you to do that. Now, Rowan, let's say that there are all the women that are listening here. They need to know 5 everyday items that you think they are must-haves in their lingerie collection.
5 must-haves. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Personally, I would coming into the warmer weather, right. I absolutely think that sort of, nude, that flesh sort of tones of underwear is a must. I know it's not that exciting and it can be quite boring, but smooth, seamless undies of some description, I think are a definite must. Strapless. Personally, I'm not a strapless person. However, I think a strapless bra is a very useful key piece of underwear as well, or something that you can change the straps, like a multi-way.
Sure.
Obviously, you need to have those go-to sexy items, whatever they are for you personally, whether it's an all-in-one, whether it's a night dress, whether, whatever it is. Another couple of things. Let me think. You put me on the spot now.
Well, while you're thinking,
let
me just say that the first 2 things you said, okay, which are the nude bra and panty set.
Yeah,
that's 99% of the presenters have said you've got to have something that is nude and comfortable.
Yes.
For God's sake, make it comfortable.
Absolutely.
And then, the other has been always have one, killer outfit that you feel comfortable with.
Yes.
And that you'd just mentioned bodysuits. And I must say, Rowan, as you think of your others, there is a very strong comeback for the bodysuit. It seems as though every one of the presenters, even some who've been, anti-bodysuit, have been won over by the latest wave of bodysuits. So, so far, you're spot on.
Oh, that's wonderful. I mean, talking about bodysuits.
Well, not that you could mess it up, because there's no wrong answer here. So I'm not grading on the curve. There's no test here. You can't. You're not going to flunk out of the podcast. So anything you say is not wrong.
Good. Well, going back to bodysuits though, I think for me especially, and to just talking about trends,
Mm-hmm.
bodysuits, anything that you can do, that sort of underwear as outerwear look.
Right.
I'm a big fan of that. I absolutely love it.
Mm-hmm.
So bodysuits, just tucked in, with a pair of jeans and a blazer or something like that. I mean, that is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite sort of looks. But also something, just like a strappy bra that has, extra strappy details that you can just see a little glimpse of under a t-shirt or something like that. That's all my favorite sort of pieces.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's funny too, and I like your impression of this. A number of the presenters say that the first and most important thing when you want to be confident, when you want to, today is going to be, when you get ready for work, right? You want to wear something, under your undergarments, okay, are like superpowers, okay? You should never underestimate the importance of looking good, even though nobody's going to see you.
Exactly. Yeah, because you know that you're wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes you feel amazing. And that's what shows on the outside.
Right. And, it's like even one of our presenters said she actually has a special set of underwear that she wants to wear when she has a very important meeting, because she said it's kind of like her superpower outfit. And it's that's, yes, I want to be looking good every day, right? But the fact that I can do, wear this empowering outfit under my clothes, nobody's going to see it. But I know this is my, like, whether you want to call it lucky, whether you want to call it a superpower outfit, whatever, it's something I want to have.
Mm-hmm. You're a lucky go-to. Absolutely.
Right. So
I think every woman should have that. Every woman should.
How about, this is one that we get a lot from the presenters, and that is that they like to have something that's very sexy and very flirty, under their dresses or under, a suit, whatever, because they like the idea of knowing that they're sexy, even though nobody knows that.
Yes, agreed. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So how about some suggestions in that area? What can you do that's flirty that, again, not breaking the budget, but that you would want to have in your wardrobe?
Oh, so for me personally,
well, if you want to let us in on that, that's interesting. But if you want to be a little more general, that's cool too. I don't want to out you here, Rowan, but it's up to you.
Oh, well, in terms of what I would send to my customers,
yes.
So because it's always a surprise and it is always something that's sexy or feminine. Mm-hmm. So I believe in sending. So what you're saying is exactly what I try and achieve every month when they open that box. It's like they receive this new, sexy feminine thing that helps, that helps them feel good. So that's their piece that they might wear, on their date night, or when they're going out with the girls and they want to feel really good and confident. That is what I try and do with the different pieces I send out every month. So whether it is a bodysuit or a new bra and knicker set, or it's a beautiful new slip, that they can wear under a dress. I mean, all of that, yeah.
So when you put together your boxes and you're sending them out, are they based on the personality? I'm sorry, not the personality, but the person who has subscribed, or they're based on what you think would be the best rationale?
So if I'm honest, it's a bit of both. So it depends on how much information people share with me, because I do, I ask them their preferences and what they would like. And then I just hand pick those pieces. And I mean, the feedback has been absolutely amazing, which I'm very pleased with. And I've got a few people that I speak to quite frequently who tell me, you always get it spot on. So, which is great. It's very nice to hear. So yeah, and
Absolutely.
even the men that subscribe for their partners say that they love it because something comes every month, and that's what they wanted to treat their partners, with something easy that just keeps coming, and every time it's something wonderful.
So have you sent out some boxes with some things and some items and said, I don't know how this is going to be received, and it's been fantastic? And conversely, have you sent some things out you thought, well, this is going to be great, and then you've gotten some feedback, maybe that's not so much?
Yeah, so I had someone actually in the States who I sent this gorgeous night dress to, and she did say, actually, can I swap it? And the only reason was because it was a halter neck style.
Right.
And she said, I really can't do halter necks at all. I just hate them. Can I swap it for something else? And I thought, oh my goodness, yes. Like, obviously I want you to love everything you get.
Of course.
So that, I just made a little note on her account, no halter necks, no thong back styles. Perfect, done. And then happy days. Everything else was a hit.
And so, has there been anything you've sent out that suddenly you realize, wait a minute, there's a lot of people like this?
Do you mean a lot of people that don't like something, or they have?
No. I'm sorry. What I was saying is that was one where the person just, said they didn't like it, not because it wasn't well made or anything like that. It was just not to their taste.
Not their style.
What I'm saying is, is there something you sent out that you thought, well, this is lovely, I think it'll be nice, but it became a big hit? And if the answer is no, that's okay too. This is not a test.
No, it's okay. I was just trying to have a little think, and because so a lot of it, because it's fashion, it's you buy it in, it's sent, it's gone, and then a lot of it I can't rebuy. So some of them, if it's gone fantastically well, then I'm not able to source
been a great
anymore
success,
until they bring out something new. But
that's okay. No, it's great. It's great. Rowan, how do we follow you on social media?
Oh, so there's a Twitter page, and there is Instagram and a Facebook page as well.
Okay.
And I'm currently getting together a Pinterest.
Oh, very cool.
Which is a learning curve for me, if I'm honest.
Well, it's a learning curve for everybody. It never stops being a learning curve. Social media will forever be a learning curve.
I 100% agree with that. Yes.
So, and it's all under Project Lingerie.
So they are, yes. It's all called, everything is called Project Lingerie. That's correct.
Now, one of the things that I've seen and I like about your website, which is, go ahead. You can tell us the website.
Oh, projectlingerie.com.
There you go. Thank you. Nice and easy. Projectlingerie.com is that there are a number of different ways to do this. It's not just sign up and get the box. You have different ways to kind of vet, if you will, what I want. But you also have a tremendous array of boxes. You even have sales going on and all kinds of things. So if people want to, really get to know Project Lingerie better, then go to the website, because there's plenty of fun stuff there and a lot of good things to look at. And any questions, there's always a little opportunity there to shoot a question over to Rowan and her team, and they answer it, and hopefully that'll help you pick out the proper, subscription that works for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
that's great.
Not a problem. So, Rowan, any what should we be looking forward to coming up on the website in the not too distant future to keep an eye out for?
Oh, so as I mentioned earlier, exciting things to come is an introduction to swimwear. So that will be available very soon. I'm currently getting some ready for the current subscribers, so I will be posting about that across the social media. And then a little bit later will be activewear as well. So it'll be pieces that are suitable for, yoga, Pilates, that sort of gentle exercise. But so some exciting things to come indeed.
So pay attention, folks, to Project Lingerie and go out there from time to time and follow them on all of the social media, because that's where you're going to find out when Rowan is going to sneak out and have some sales and all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Rowan, thanks so much for joining us. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Jim. I've really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you. Many thanks to Rowan Fletcher of Project Lingerie for joining us today. We'll be back with more right after this from BMW, the ultimate electric driving machine. That's right, we're talking about the i3.
Life is about making decisions. At BMW i, we decided it was time to reinvent the car from the ground up, making sure we were open for truly innovative ideas. We decided that the car we wanted must be electric, and it should be made of extremely light and super strong carbon fiber. And finally, we decided to make it more intelligent and added our promise of incomparable driving pleasure. We made all these decisions to offer you a choice. The all-electric BMW i3.
Hey everybody, and welcome back. Now, if you've not yet subscribed to the podcast, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, we make it simple. It is free, okay? Can't get easier than free. Go to the iTunes store, because we're very pleased to be part of the Apple Podcast family. Now, to show that we do not discriminate, for those of you on Android, go to the Google Play Store, because you'll find us on Google Podcasts. You can also find us on Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, as well as TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and YouTube, to name a few. Now, for some reason, you can't find us. Pull out the old Google machine and type in Lingerie Lowdown, the podcast. Hit the favorite button or the subscribe button, and every 2 weeks you'll get a brand new edition of the podcast sent directly to your tablet, your phone, or hopefully to both, okay? Now, if you happen to have one of those wonderful assistant devices like Alexa or Google or the Apple ones, which answers to the name of Siri, all you have to do is say, hey, Alexa, or Google, or Siri, please play the latest edition of Lingerie Lowdown, the podcast, and they will do it for you. Now, we cannot make it any easier than that, so please go out and take a moment and subscribe today. All right? Okay. Well, special thanks to our guest, Rowan Fletcher, the founder of Project Lingerie. By all means, check out all the information about Rowan and her fine company in the show box below. So, Rowan, thanks very much for joining us. And by all means, check out Project Lingerie. Very cool. Highly recommend. Okay, folks. Now, I got something to talk to you about, and it has to do with Lingerie Lowdown, the website. Now, if you're listening to this podcast and you haven't subscribed to Lingerie Lowdown, the website, well, again, shame on you, but we're going to forgive you. And actually, not only are we going to forgive you, we are going to do something fun, okay? That's right. We're going to do some fun. We're going to give you a little treat. And that is, we're going to give you 10% off. That's right. If you are not yet a member of the website, then, as I said before, we want you to be part of our team. You'll get 10% discount on a 6 or 12-month membership plan. Simply enter the coupon code ROWAN, ROWAN, POD, POD. That's one word, ROWAN, ROWAN, POD, POD, when prompted, and you're going to get 10% off the price of joining 6 or 12 months for Lingerie Lowdown, the website. Now, folks, I got to tell you something. This is a great gift for your girlfriend, for your wife, for couples, for yourself. I mean, it's a fantastic opportunity to look at fashion and really get the inside information on it. As I said before earlier, our presenters, they give you honest reviews. and they are fun to talk to, fun to listen to, and certainly fun to watch as they try on all different types of clothing that, you're going to want in your wardrobe. So this is a learning experience as well as being fun. How can you not like that? Plus, we're giving you 10% off. So 10% off discount for a 6 or 12-month membership plan. All you have to do is use the promo code RowanPod, which is ROWANPOD. When prompted, you get that 10% discount for joining 6 or 12 months, folks. That's a great deal. Please go out and do that today. All right? Okay. Well, for the entire team here at Lingerie Lowdown, I'm Jim Williams. Thanking you for joining us today. And we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. So be well. And, the weather's getting better. So hopefully it'll be sunny and warm and that you'll have a lot of fun in those 2 weeks. But check out Lingerie Lowdown, the website. And again, Lingerie Lowdown, our YouTube channel, where we've just broken 250,000 subscribers. And listen to the podcast. So there's plenty to do between now and the next time I see you. Okay? Take care.
She likes fashion. She likes